My name is Eliza Moore. I am a single mother living in a quiet, forgotten town in the north of England called Brookhaven. It is the kind of town people pass through without noticing. A place with narrow streets, old brick buildings, and a constant smell of rain in the air. Life there is not easy, but it is predictable. And for many years, that was enough for me. I own a small cafe near the bus terminal. It is nothing special: 2 small windows, 6 mismatched tables, and a counter that has seen better days. I serve coffee, tea, toasted sandwiches, and simple hot meals. Truck drivers, students, and tired commuters stop by every day. The cafe barely makes enough money to cover rent and bills, but it keeps food on the table and gives me purpose. I open early and close late. Most days, I am on my feet from sunrise to nightfall. I have a daughter named Lily. She is 16 years old, smart, stubborn, and far braver than she should ever have needed to be. For most of her life, it has just been the two of us. 14 years earlier, I left my husband, Marcus Hale. Marcus was a police officer. Respected by the town, he worked in and feared by the family he ruled over. Behind closed doors, he was cruel and unpredictable. He watched everything I did, questioned every word I spoke, and punished me for the smallest mistakes. I lived as if I were constantly holding my breath. One night, when Lily was still a baby, I took what little cash I could find, wrapped her in a blanket, and ran. I did not look back. That money helped us disappear, helped us survive until I found Brookhaven and rebuilt our lives piece by piece. For years afterward, I lived with fear sitting quietly in my chest. I changed our names, avoided attention, and never allowed myself to feel safe. I told myself Marcus would never find us, but I never truly believed it. Next door to my cafe lived a man named Thomas Reed. He was a mathematics teacher at the local secondary school. Thomas was quiet, almost invisible to most people. He dressed simply, spoke softly, and never stayed anywhere longer than necessary. Every weekday morning, he came into my cafe at exactly the same time. He ordered the same lunch, sat at the same table, and thanked me with a polite smile before leaving. Sometimes we exchanged a few words about the weather or school holidays. Nothing more. Yet I could sense that those brief conversations meant something to him. In his eyes, there was loneliness, carefully hidden behind routine. Then, one night, everything collapsed. The cafe was closed. The lights were off, and Lily and I were at home above the shop. It was late, and rain was tapping softly against the windows when a loud knock echoed through the building. My heart froze before I even opened the door. I knew who it was when I saw Marcus standing there, older and heavier, but with the same cold eyes. The years disappeared. He smiled in a way that made my stomach twist. He told me I owed him money. He told me he had finally found me. He looked past me and asked about my daughter. Fear took over. He stepped inside without permission. His voice grew louder. His hands grabbed me. Lily screamed and tried to pull him away. Everything happened in seconds: shouting, crashing sounds, panic filling the room. Marcus lost his balance and fell hard against the table. The sound was sickening. When he hit the floor, he did not move again. Silence followed, thick and unbearable. My hands shook so badly I could not stand. Lily was crying, clinging to me, asking what we were going to do. I had no answer. My mind felt empty. That was when someone knocked again. It was Thomas. He had heard the noise from next door. When I opened the door and he saw Marcus's body, his face changed, but he did not panic. He stepped inside, closed the door gently, and told us to sit down. His voice was calm, steady. He told Lily to breathe. He told me to look at him and listen. He said he would take care of everything. Thomas moved with quiet determination. He told us to clean ourselves and stay inside. He wrapped Marcus's body and carried it away under the cover of darkness. I did not ask how or where. I was too broken to think. I trusted him because I had nothing else to hold on to. The next morning, Brookhaven woke up as if nothing had happened. The buses ran. The cafe opened. People ordered coffee. But inside me, something had shattered. Days later, Police officers arrived asking questions. Marcus was reported missing. The investigation was led by Inspector Rachel Collins, an old school acquaintance of Thomas. She stayed in town, speaking to everyone. She spoke to me, to Lily, to my customers. She spoke to Thomas. Something did not add up. Thomas claimed he barely knew me, but others said he came to the cafe every day, watched me carefully, paid attention to my life. Suspicion grew. Thomas had no alibi for the night Marcus disappeared. Evidence was found near his home. I felt sick with guilt. He had saved us, and now he was being destroyed because of it. I went to the station and told them there was nothing between us, that he was only a neighbor. It changed nothing. Thomas walked into the station on his own and confessed. He said he killed Marcus to protect me and my daughter. When I heard this, I broke down. The police believed him. I visited him once before he was taken away. He looked exhausted, but strangely at peace. He told me he had felt empty for years, that his life had lost meaning. Helping us had given him something to believe in again. He said prison did not scare him. He said Lily and I deserved freedom. Thomas Reed was sentenced to many years in prison. Not long after, Lily and I left Brookhaven. We started over in another town. I still run a cafe. Lily is in college now, building a life untouched by fear. Some nights, when the cafe is quiet and the lights are dim, I think about my neighbor. I trusted him, and he gave up everything so my daughter and I could live. That is something I will carry with me forever.